And then you're also accusing government of embarking on a spending spree. You even go to the point of mentioning the president's wife, and even added comments following the press conference also picked on the president. For example, dishing out outboard motors, etc., for which we've had some reactions from government communicators, which have said that it's part of government program.
Roland, is it true or it is not true?
Well, it is true.
That His Excellency the President's wife is going around distributing shasiamo, you know shasiamo, the aluminium bowls,
yeah, kind of pans, yeah, kind of pans, aluminium pans.
Aluminium pans. Okay, where I come from, we call it shasiamo.
But they call it pans, okay. Aluminium pans.
Is it true or is it not true that His Excellency the President's wife is distributing dryers and handheld dryers?
But as a party and as a critic, don't you need to put all these into perspective, that she's doing that through her foundation?
Oh.
And that she's only following...
Oh, she has a foundation?
Oh, you don't know?
I didn't know.
Okay, she has a foundation.
Okay, when I go, I'll Google and find out.
Please do. And then she's doing all these activities according to the media reports that we always cover every day through her foundation.
Okay. And do we have an idea of the source?
I think NGOs are supposed to render accounts and all that. So if you go to the regulatory agencies, I'm sure if we want to do undertaking, I'm not sure it's a maybe issue, because otherwise then they will not be in good standing.
Okay, no, I mean, I think that we will find out. So, but all we are saying is that, what we are saying is that we are stating a matter of fact.
Well, it's true, but I'm asking you...
We are stating a matter of fact that His Excellency the President's wife...
After the press conference at
Her Excellency...
Lordina.
You know, sometimes I don't want to get personal. You know, I really and truly... I think that but it is a fact that something is happening.
Yes, but I'm also adding that following the reports that we do as media, it's indicative that she does that through her foundation.
Very well, we will look into that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if she does it, let's say, and you are very knowledgeable as well, you have a lot of experience.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I tell you every day that I haven't done too much school, so.
Yo, Mate. But at the end of the day, if somebody does something through the foundation or her foundation, so to speak, if you want to question it, you don't have to link it to government, do you?
She happens to be the president's wife.
So we've had presidents' wives in the past who have had foundations. We've had mother and child by
But
Madam Theresa.
Let's look at the track and let's look at the records. What did we see anything like this?
You mean
2 months, 2, 3, 4 months before elections? Did we see Mrs. Kufuor going around giving out Shasiambo and machines?
Is it the coincidence of the events that's interesting?
It's a very interesting coincidence. Then this must be an extremely interesting coincidence.
But way before then, she's been distributing, she's been helping. Even last year,
very well.
You think?
But we are saying that if it is coincidence, then it is a very strange coincidence.
And you would want to know where the source of funding is coming from.
It is. I think that she should declare it. We shouldn't even be asking.
But why should she? It's a normal NGO. Why don't you go and tell all the NGOs to be declaring their source of funding?
I think that every NGO declares. You see.
So what makes you think that the Lordina Foundation is not declaring?
Oh, I'm not saying you know, just what I didn't even know that she was doing it through her foundation. You mentioned to me.
You don't know she has a foundation.
I didn't know.
And you don't know that she does all these charity activities through her foundation.
I occasionally you will hear that the president's wife has done something. The last time I remember vividly, I think that she had done something with the Chinese. I saw her with the Chinese ambassador giving out something. I take it as that if you are the wife of the president, you can make appeals to people, okay, and they will do some things for you. But I think that when you do that, you are doing it to a community. You are not doing it based on party political lines. But the difference with this one is that it is purely a party political activity.
This one is a party political.
I think so.
What makes you draw the conclusion?
Oh, when you have a branded Shasiamo, when you have a branded machine,
it's been branded with
the NDC colors. I think we must make a very clear distinction. I will not hold anything against the First Lady if she does charity work. I think it is good. She must be encouraged to do it. Okay, but let us make a clear distinction between the First Lady, Her Excellency, the First Lady's foundation and charity work, and
the political party.
And indeed, now that you say this, we must even begin to look into it. Are NGOs or foundations allowed to actively do partisan politics?
Is that what the foundation is doing? Because the foundation has not been registered and is not known to be doing.
I don't know. These are issues that are coming up in a discussion.
Yes, please.
I can completely accept, and I will encourage Her Excellency the First Lady to do charity work. I think it is good for this nation. You understand me? To solicit for people. But if the foundation does work for the good people of this country, I don't think that, I don't know. I am not a lawyer. I am not very schooled. We must look into it, whether a foundation that will do charity work in the name of the First Lady can also begin to use that same foundation to do active partisan politics.
Do you have evidence she's doing partisan
So when
politics?
she went there, did she have the flags, the red, gold, green of Ghana? No. She did it. Everybody who was receiving it was wearing an NDC headscarf and had a Choose JM t-shirt. Is that Salvation Army? No. This is active partisan politics.
So is the MPP speculating that perhaps this may be coming from government coffers?
Did we say that? We are saying that.
I asked a question. I didn't say. I've not said you.
I think that you new media people should ask. We are all interested in this matter.
All right. We've had oil production start, or we're going to have oil production starting today, and so the president is expected to tender vows of
a second field.
Yes. It's called 10. 10.
10.
Trinidad, Inyira,
Ntom. Yeah.
And production is expected to be between 20 and 30,000, 23,000 barrels of oil per day. That's good news as well.
Oh, certainly. And every little helps. You know, I am happy for this country. I am happy for the fact that we can get some additional resource. I am extremely happy about a focused and dedicated leadership President Kufuor and the MPP put up when we had opportunity to be in government. You know, we had been looking for this for a long time. If you have an organization that is supposed to GMPC was essentially an organization to look for
its core objective.
Core objective
was to
Thank you for
was to
core. That is the word. You see, I tell you that I'm not. I tell you that I'm not too schooled, but thank you for the direction. The core objective of GMPC was prospecting for oil. But you see, eventually they started doing cocoa. They started doing this. The elders have a saying that if you stand in one place and you urinate, that is where you find something. When GMPC left their core mandate and began to do all sorts of things.
But I just asked you a question about
today, when President Kufuor and the MPP came into power, we decided that let us revert to our core mandate. When we reverted to our core mandate and focused on what it is, God helped us and we discovered oil. So today, we have had one field, the Jubilee field, producing by the grace of God. Today, I hear that His Excellency the President will turn the valve and the second oil field will begin to produce. I am extremely happy for this country. I only hope and pray that we will manage that resource well. There have been several countries in this world who produce even much more than us, but that natural resource has not been beneficial to the people.
Do you think we're going onto that very trajectory?
I begin to believe so. There are clear signs that we are beginning to
as a country
enter into that trajectory.
You think it's a leadership problem?
I was listening to the Minister for Finance, and he was making some very interesting statements about our oil. That after all, the oil is really nothing. It contributes less than 1% of our GDP. I was surprised. Look, since the oil prices began to dip, at any point in time, the woes that we are in today as a country has been attributed to dropping oil prices. Just last month, we were in Parliament and the minister came and revised the budget. What was the reason? Projected oil prices of $53 cannot be met. So his expected revenue has to come down. One commodity that we started producing just 4 or 5 years ago, there's a problem with it and this whole country is shuddering. Number two, His Excellency, the Honorable Minister is talking about the fact that we have a challenge with this. But they are telling us that in the last how many years? 3 or 4 years, we have earned revenues well in excess of 3 billion. Roland, in the last 3 or 4 years, we have gone to the market and borrowed 3 billion. So, as for me, I think that God has been kind to us. I hope that the managers of the economy will manage. So
you're saying that it's in a good stead and it's very good and appropriate that we discover oil, but if we don't have the right leadership, we'll have difficulties. We're just venturing into.
I think so.
Into the.
I think so.
Emmanuel Chamantingeja is a member of Parliament for Ayawaso West Wuogon constituency. He's been my guest on AM Talk. Thanks for joining me this morning.
But what it was, I thought that it was not supposed to be a monologue. It was supposed to be a dialogue.
Dr. Rashid Pope was supposed to have been here. But
all right.
Okay. Well,